Your heart has to be in it. You have to be certain. You have to walk by faith. They have to walk by faith. Your spouse has to walk by faith. Faith is needed. Welcome back to Prophetic Diary. My name is Tiny. If you're not already a faithful subscriber of this channel, go ahead and click on the subscribe button, become part of the family. Join PD Nation. We would love to have you here. Everything you need to know about Prophetic Diary and PD Nation is down in the description box below. KeyWitnesses.com is where you can find out how to sign up for a one-on-one encouraging coaching call with myself. We have 15-minute calls all the way out to coaching packages where we can meet weekly, whatever you need. We have start your business packages, services, consultations to help start that business. Whatever you need, we can help give you a strategy to do that. We have what we call the PD Society Circle. We meet there every single Sunday. In the PD Society Circle, actually this Sunday, we'll be talking about the spirit of rejection. The spirit of rejection is really nasty and it's mean, and it harms a lot of relationships. It pulls people apart because some inner things and inner work that has been abandoned. You need to be there every Sunday that you can. Why? Because there's so many things that go on in the spiritual realm. Christians love to talk about the spirit of Jezebel and all of these things that their grandmama talked about. There's so many things that go on in the spiritual realm that are hindering you, that's hindering your bloodline, that's hindering your kingdom marriage, that you need to know about. Some people like to put band-aids over issues and situations. We cannot do that. You need to be there. We're going to decode and uncode some things that go on in the spiritual realm together. Get that breakthrough that you've been looking for. I don't know if you guys saw, but yesterday I released our New Year's prep party. We're going to have a New Year's prep party. I'm super excited about the things that the Lord is going to do for my life in 2025. And I want to make sure that you could come to this New Year's prep party, and I'm going to tell you secrets to success. I'm going to help you set your goals to make sure that you're successful in 2025, business goals, whatever you want to talk about. Come with your notepads. We're going to prepare you for 2025. I was surprised at how many people signed up immediately. You want to be prepared for the new year. So many people are in the same space and place every year because they don't have any goals. They stumble into the new year. Their only goal for the new year is to lose some weight, and they never do that. So we don't want to be those people. We're not mediocre here at Prophetic Diary. I want to see you at the Key Witnesses prep party because you're going to keep on winning. So join us there. Everything I said below, I've added that link. Join us there while the seats last. The prices will go up as we get closer to that date. The Lord gave me this word, and if you could grab hold onto it, your life is going to change in this daily bread video. And we're going to be in Isaiah 7:1. So we see in Isaiah, follow me, where King Uzziah and his people learned that Syria and Israel have joined forces to defeat them. So it reads, when Uzziah, the king of Judah, and Rezin, the king of Israel, marched up to fight against Jerusalem, they realized they couldn't overpower it. And they learned that Syria, in verse 2, now the house of David was told that Aram allied itself. So the hearts of Uzziah and his people were shaken as the trees of the forest were shaken. So they're in a situation, right, where they know God is on their side and they know that God loves them, but their enemies have come together. I'm preaching already. Their enemies have come together. Sometimes for my people that have goals and are walking in purpose, what you realize is that you need faith, because faith is the evidence of things hoped for. So when you have purpose and you're driven by purpose, right? You're not driven by your emotion, but you're driven by purpose. When you know that God has told you that kingdom marriage and that your business and the things that he's calling to is right at the tip of your fingers, you realize that you need a little more faith. And in this situation, they're realizing that they need a little more faith. When you have faith and you align it with God's will, you see miracles. A lot of people have faith in things that are not aligned with God's will. That's why they never see the miracles. A lot of people have faith in people and relationships and men and women that is not of God's will, so they never see the miracle. Some people die thinking they have faith, and I'm going to believe and I'm going to hold on to this regardless of the fruit, regardless of what I'm seeing, regardless that if I test the spirit 100 times. Some people hold on to things and they think they have faith in something because they want it so bad. But if it's not aligned with God's will, you'll never see the miracle. So here they are standing in a situation where they need faith because they are standing in God's will, but their enemies have joined forces. Someone say, so there's a threat. Maybe you, and we'll talk more about this, maybe you are just not used to having something good in your life and you feel that there's a threat that you might mess it up. Maybe there's a threat on the job. Maybe they're sending out pink slips. Maybe the job is doing layoffs. Maybe you're afraid to move to that new city because you don't know how the outcome will be. Maybe you don't know how you're going to pay your rent. You don't know how you're going to get those bill payments. Maybe you don't know if things are working in your favor. There's a threat, someone says, that requires my faith. And it's people as people, they all were terrified. And God sends reassurance. I have a part 2 word that go hand in hand with this. God sends reassurance. And he tells them what he fears in verse 8 will not happen. He says in verse 7, yet this is what the sovereign Lord says. It will not take place. It will not happen. You will not fail is what God is saying. I'm preaching to someone. Someone needed to hear this word today. You will not fail, God says. For he says in verse 9, he says, if you do not stand firm in your faith, you will not stand at all. This is God intervening, and he sent prophet Isaiah to intervene and tell him that. We're going to talk about signs in the video coming right after this. But Isaiah comes as a sign. He comes with some reassurance, and he comes with the word of the Lord to tell him that what you're fearing, that fear of failing, that you'll never be successful, even though your parents told you that it's never going to work out, that will never happen. You sleeping in your car again will never happen. You being broke again will never happen if you are in God's will and align God's will with your life. And that often requires sacrifice, but they were in the will of God. And God is saying, whatever you're fearing today, my chosen ones, my faithful ones, who's not operating in their emotions of jealousy and discord. You know, God was sharing with me today. He said the spirit of jealousy is just hitting the body of Christ. And people are getting jealous because, and I told y'all that this was going to happen. So many people are becoming jealous of you and myself and others that are winning. And I told you guys back in July that this was going to happen. That people that did not separate themselves, that did not step away, did not sacrifice, did not cut themselves loose, did not prune themselves. I said that they were going to become jealous of the people and the children of God that are thriving, who have chosen to seek ye first, who have chosen to sacrifice, who have given their lives over to Christ. And regardless, even with all the uncertainties. So God is saying but those who are not operating in resentment and trying to blame, don't blame us, because we told you that you needed to get on the boat. We told you to get out of your head and get into faith. Here we are. And God says that Satan is trying to send out some threats to these people, to these chosen ones, to you. But God says, whatever you're fearing, you better have faith. You better grab hold to your faith, because faith is the key. Faith is the key. Even when I don't see it, I don't feel it. Faith is the key. Faith is the evidence that it's going to work out. All I need is my faith, because faith is what's going to get me to the other side. So you're going to have to put your heart in this, and you can't lose heart. Do not lose heart. speed it up a gear, take it up a notch. But God says you need your faith to believe that it's only going to get better for you and you will never fail again. I know that this word blessed someone. This is a part two. A part two word is coming after this. If you feel led to sow and give into this ministry, hashtag, or give into this word, put some faith on it, a seed, totally up to you. Put a note on it. Hashtag by faith. By faith. This is for my real ones. This is for the ones that I see and I hear and I can feel you and I know you needed this word. God says you won't fail. Love you all. See you on the next word. Take care.